Welcome back to my channel once again. So today we are going to continue with the same discussion from the previous video regarding the mobile app development, when to use the hybrid or native platforms. So as in our previous video we have discussed or getting some idea regarding the basics of hybrid and native platforms. So now we are going to cover these two topics in more detail. So firstly we are going to cover the native approach. So from native approach, app development refers to building a mobile app exclusively for a single platform. The app built with programming languages and tools that are specific to a single platform. That means whenever we want to use the native approach for mobile app development, then we need to write platform separate code for each platform. Either if we go for Android, then we need to use Java and Kotlin, and if we go for iOS, then we need to use the Swift and Objective-C. So everything is going to be separate for both the platform. Functionally, we need to perform the set of tests or QA process. Everything is going to be separate for both the platform. So if we go to find out when to use the native approach by considering its the advantages and disadvantages, then the major advantages or the pros for native approach are broader functionality. Yes, for if your application is having a broader functionality, and we can say with the apps where we need to interact with native OS services more oftenly, and we can go to adopt the native approach, better store support, because these uh, technologies or programming languages we are going to use for developing the applications are developed by the Google and Apple by itself, so they provide a better store support, increase scalability. Yes, from the scalability point of view, yes, they provide the much better scalability rather than the hybrid approach, because here we got the capability to access all native services using without using any external SDKs or anything. High performance and greater UX, yes, because we are our app or code is directly going to interact with the native services. That means the app performance and UI UX is going to be great. If you go for the disadvantages, then yeah, costly, because for both the platforms, or each platform we need to write a separate set of code. So if we take an example of ABC app, then we need to align two developers to develop the application for both Android and iOS. For the and to maintain, for the maintenance perspective, we again need to hire two developers. So it's going to be a costly process from time as well as from money or financial side. Okay, now let's move to the hybrid approach. So hybrid approach, we can go consider it as a cross-platform development point. To process the process of creating an app that works on several platforms. This is done by using the two tools like React Native, Xamarin, Flutter, where the apps creator can be deployed on both iOS and Android without writing the code for separately. We're just going to have a single code base, and the code is going to be compiled to the iOS and native platform. So that is the major difference or major advantage of using a hybrid approach. That means it's going to save you money as well as time, because if your anything is working perfectly for Android, that means it's going to work perfectly for iOS as well, because the single code base is going to be compiled for that version as well. So the different platforms available for hybrid approach are React Native, Flutter, Ionic, Xamarin. So React Native and Flutter are the most popular platforms which are popular in the market. So we're going to cover these two platforms in more details. And for Ionic and Xamarin, you can take a look to the Google to get some idea. So now, before moving to the technical of Flutter to get more details, let's discuss about some of the advantages and disadvantages of hybrid approach. If you go for the advantages or the pros, then and these are the less costly, yes, because single code base is going to be used for both the platform. Faster development, yes, because single code base is going to be compiled for both platforms. That means if the app is developed for Android, it's automatically going to work for iOS as well. Single code base, already we have discussed regarding this. High performance and greater UX, yes, because the apps developed using React Native and Flutter are the native apps. So there is a little bit minor difference in the performance or from the UI UX perspective. Now let's move to the cons or the disadvantages. Slower apps as compared to native apps, yes, because here we need to use some kind of mediator, or we can say bridge, which is going to compile our code or React Native or Flutter code to the native apps. Limited functionality in terms of SDK and library support, yes, because these platforms are new to the market, and for there is some unavailability of few SDKs for which are available for React Native and Flutter, but we have the capability to integrate them using native approach like bridging for React Native and Flutter. Limited UX, yes, because here we need to create a wrapper for each feature to integrate each widget. So there are some capabilities to use the native services here. Now, if now before moving or starting development for any application, mobile app, we must have few we can say major points which we always consider to decide either that we can go for the hybrid approach or the native approach. So these are the application complexity, cost, development time, and scalability. So if we consider these four factors, then we can easily take decision either we can go for hybrid approach and use React Native or Flutter for development, or either we can use the native approach. Now, the 6 reasons why we need to use the React Native. So React Native is a framework which is developed by Facebook, and it's a cross-platform uh, technology which provides us the capability to deploy the same set of code for both, or we can say for mobile apps, for both the platforms, or we can say even React Native has the capability to run the same code base for web or desktop platform as well. So we can go in more details regarding those things in upcoming videos. So these are the basic 6 reasons why React Native is the future of hybrid mobile apps among the leading framework. Yes, because this is backed by the Facebook. So yeah, this is the most we can say the cross-platform or mostly used cross-platform technology right now. Instance update, we are getting a lot of instance updates for React Native, even we can say every month. Transform web project into mobile app seamlessly, yes, we can easily transform the web projects, because here we are using the React.js with React Native components. Greater high speed performance and high speed, yeah, because apps developed using React Native are native apps, they're not the web apps, just like irony, but here the apps are going to be native apps, so there is going to be the performance and the speed is not going to be compromised. Easy to learn, because here in React Native we are going to use the JavaScript framework, so any JavaScript developer can easily migrate to the React Native or learn React Native to develop mobile applications. Now moving, so these are some of the few we can say the advantages for React Native. We have covered most of it in this video as well as in the previous video, so I'm just skipping it for the meantime. And now these are the so before choosing any platform, we just if we got to know some of the names or the big brands which are using the technology, then we got some confidence. Yeah, we are choosing the right approach. So they are the top few companies which are already using React Native. Facebook, we have Instagram, we have Skype, Discord, Bloomberg, Tesla, Uber Eats, Walmart, or Pinterest. So these are some of the examples. And now we move to the Flutter part. Flutter is a platform which is provided by Google, and this is also a cross-platform technology, and which provides the capability to develop application for mobile, not only for the mobile apps but mobile platform, but also for desktop or web platforms as well. So again, these are the few some of the reasons why we can go to use the Flutter. Open source platform, yes, this is open source just like React Native. And custom design navigation, we have the capability to use custom navigation and design patterns using widgets here. Fast development cycle, yes, because here we are going to reuse the same code base for all the platforms. Ease of code sharing, single code base. Again, object oriented. Here in Flutter, we are going to work with OOPS concepts, because here we are using the Dart as a programming language. In React Native, we are using the JavaScript. So reduced times of quality assurance, yes, because here if anything is working for one platform, it's going to be surely going to work for other platform. It's a minor changes or platform specific changes. Now there are some of the names of the big organizations who are already using or who have already have the apps developed in Flutter: Google, Groupon, Alibaba, Capital One, Tencent, Square, BMW, Dream 11, EVA. So they are the basic some of the names which are well known to the and they are using the Flutter for their development, mobile app development. So I think that's it for the native apps and native and hybrid platform. Hope you guys have get a better idea regarding the both of these approaches. And if you guys have any queries, you can just post it in the comment box, and then I will try to respond to them as soon as possible. And if you are new to this channel, please subscribe, and so that I will get encouraged to create some more content in future. Thank you so much.